Hello, welcome to Firearms of America, and today we have, as you can see, another pair of Under Armour boots. And this time, this is a Verge 2.0 mid. Now, they do have a few options available with Verge 2.0. They have it actually in the sneaker size, they have it in the Coyote, and even this mid has like 6 or 7 different color options that you can buy on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Okay, so if you are in a rush, right? If you're a businessman or a politician and you don't have time to watch the whole review, let me tell you, these boots are great. I really do like them. I approve of them, okay? But very important thing, they do run small, so make sure to get them in at least half a size bigger. I would even recommend a whole size bigger, because I always get my boots in in half a size bigger. My shoe size is 9.5, and I always get my boots in 10, because you do need that extra space. You do want your boots to be just a little bit bigger on you, just a little extra space on the toe. It helps for a lot of walking, a lot of running. You're gonna thank me later. But this one's, even considering that I got them with the consideration of that extra half a size, they were actually really small on me. So I would probably get them in even the whole size bigger, in like size 11. Okay, so let's get into the review. For some of you already know, I do my reviews specifically for my ultimate survival boots section, meaning that if that was your last pair of boots that you would put on before you ran out of your house and ran, walked, did whatever things necessary to survive, fight, climb, I don't know, whatever you can come up with, would these boots be good for you? So it's not just about, hey, look at these boots, nice boots, yeah, I like them, good, get them. No, this is more for survival, so this is serious. But I do have to mention, they do look pretty cool. Could not skip this part whenever it comes to these boots. Usually I don't talk about the design, but these boots, they do look really cool. I don't know if that will help you in your survival situation. Hey, you never know, but they do look pretty cool. Okay, so what do we do in this review? We talk about several different criteria, and the very first criteria that we talk about is the comfort level. Now, if you get them in the right size, of course, they will be good. They will be good. If you get them in a smaller size, they're not gonna be comfortable, believe me. So you want to get them in the right size. Get your size half a size bigger, and they do run small. Keep that in mind once again. Okay, other than that, the comfort level is pretty good. Now, the inner sole, let me take out all the stuff here. It's really nothing special. It is not very cushy. There isn't a lot of cushion going on there, but nevertheless, it does take impact pretty good whenever you're running, whenever you're walking. The test that I personally do to test all my boots here on this channel is I do a 5-mile walk, and then right after that, without taking the boots off, 3-mile run, and all of that walking and running and walking in between probably takes about 8 hours without taking the boots off. And these boots, whenever they're in the right size, they are comfortable, they are good. They do take the impact very nicely. The bottom sole is very flexible, so it is very easy to run in them, and they are light. They are very light for the boots. Now, whenever it comes to the criteria number 2, is the proofing and protection, and these boots do offer some sort of proofing, as you can see. Well, here, yeah, can you read that? Yeah, GORE-TEX. So these boots are GTX, which means they are waterproof. GORE-TEX is a pretty cool fabric, pretty cool technology. Basically, it's a waterproof technology, which also allows some breathability, so you don't get your feet sweating or anything like that, but you still have that waterproofing. And as you can see, there is this mesh going up the shaft, probably about 4.5–5 inches. Right, so if you do step in a puddle, you're not gonna get soaked. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Definitely helpful whenever it comes to survival situations. Alright, so other than that, there is really not much protection that we can talk about. The toe, it looks, you can see this design going, but that's really all it is. It's just a design. It's not really It's very soft. There's really no protection there. No protection here on the ankle. Although there is this extra padding, I would say it's more of a design feature, but you do get a little bit extra padding here. And the heel also is very soft, so it's not going to protect you from the impact. The bottom sole is pretty good. Pretty cool, as you can see. It is a Michelin rubber that is being used in the tires, and yeah, it does feel pretty strong, so it will definitely protect you from, you know, penetration, like if you stab on a sharp rock or something like that. But that's really it. Besides the waterproofing and the cool bottom sole, there is really not much I can talk whenever it comes to the protection. Now that leads us to the number 3. It's the quality and the design features. Now, Under Armour, overall they are very good quality products. You will find some negative reviews here and there. Honestly, I believe it is because they are just so big. It's kind of hard for them to do this quality control. Just for example, like with this boot right here, you know, how can you allow a boot to run more than a whole size small? Quality control, poor quality control. And of course, you know, besides that, there are some things where you know, you get some reaps here and there, some glue comes out. Not in these boots. These boots are in perfect condition, everything looks good, but you do get those sometimes, just because I think, my personal opinion is, Under Armour is so huge of a company. So if you don't worry about that. You know, they do have exchange procedures. They will replace it. They are good whenever it comes to that. Don't be surprised. Don't blame all the boots for, you know, one bad pair that you get. But this particular boots, you know, I didn't have any defects with them. I do like them. Now, whenever it comes to the design features, I can mention here something that I really did like. It is very easy to put them on. I do like the strings. They do have that gradual tightening, as you can see, and it really does help. It makes it easier and faster to put them on. Also, as you can see, there is no metal hardware going. It is kind of good because it helps for you know, the boot being as light as it is, and it is really light. But at the same time, I you know, one would worry about ripping one of these material hooks away. Also, at the same time, it kind of makes it easier to tighten it because it doesn't get stuck. 'Cause sometimes the hooks that they make, they don't pay as much attention to detail as necessary when it comes to like little things like that. I just get to notice things. You know, people say that I complain too much about little things, but hey, you know, after reviewing I don't know how many hundreds of boots, you just start paying attention to these little things. Okay, enough with that. Let's talk about the outsole, traction and stability, and that's a very important one. And I am very happy about this particular outsole here. Not only it is flexible, so it allows for comfort and easy to run. Not only it has a very tough rubber, thanks to Michelin, I guess, so it will protect you from penetration, but the design of it allows for some very good traction. It is a very good balance overall between being aggressive and at the same time flat. So, for example, you would want a good aggressive bottom sole, kind of like this one. You see these grooves, they're very aggressive. On surfaces like, I don't know, wet grass, right? Or snow, ice. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend these boots on the snow and ice because they probably would be a little bit too cold. But nevertheless, on surfaces like that, you know, wet surfaces, things where where you can get pretty slippery, right? You would want an aggression on the bottom sole. So these boots do have that. Pretty good. But at the same time, as you can see, it is pretty flat. So what it means is that if you run in the sand, which I do have some sand. I have like a small lake around the house where I do run. You don't get sunk into the sand and get stuck in there. If you run through the mud, you're not gonna, you know, get a bunch of mud underneath anything here because there's really nothing to get underneath, and then get heavier and slow you down. So overall, I think this is my favorite part of the boot, is the fact that the bottom sole is very balanced. And one of those boots that feature this very same bottom sole, not exactly the same, but the same idea, is the Salomon X Ultra GTX 3. I don't know if I pronounce it in the right order or not, but yes, they do have a very similar balanced bottom sole, and I love that there as well. Okay, so let's talk about a temperature. I talked a little bit about the temperature already. These boots are not for cold temperatures. They are very light. There's no insulation in them, so they will be very cold, in the winter. But luckily I do live in Florida, and in the hot weather they are absolutely perfect. If you want some good trail running boots, trail running shoes, or you do some occasional hiking here and there and you want a good pair of light breathable boots in like a tropical, you want that protection, you want stuff to be protected up to your ankle, but at the same time you don't want to sweat. This is really good option because they are, very breathable, very light. You're definitely not gonna get overheated in them. Okay, number 6 is the sizing. I'm gonna repeat myself again in case you forgot. They do run small. Make sure to get a bigger, get a half size bigger, of already bigger. So go the whole size. You might even want to go 1.5 size bigger on this because they really do run small. Okay, done with that. Number 7, one of the most important criteria in this whole review is the balance of application, meaning that, survival situation, right? Something bad happened, a natural disaster, catastrophe, a war, whatever, and you had to put these boots on, and you had to run out of your house, or you were already wearing these boots and you were, I don't know, grocery shopping, and something bad happened, and you had to drop your groceries and then run and walk for a very long time until you get to safety. Somewhere on the way you had to fight, you had to climb the tree or something like that. Whatever your imagination can come up with, right? Would this boot be a very good balanced boot for all of these different situations? I would say these boots are pretty good. If you are not in a cold temperature, because if you are, you're gonna freeze in these boots. So not a good option if you live somewhere where it gets really cold, or if you plan your survival scenario in the winter. Not a very good option. But if you already have an option for your cold temperatures, right, and you're planning this for hot temperatures, summer and not cold temperatures, these boots are pretty good. They are light. They don't offer a lot of protection, but this is what you get with lighter boots, right? It's either mobility, so you can run faster, you can fight easier, there's nothing that slows you down, but not a lot of protection, right? Even though they do offer the GORE-TEX, the waterproof. And on the other hand, you get all of this protection, reinforced toe, reinforced ankle, reinforced heel, all of this sorts of things, all of this protection, but they are heavier and they slow you down and you now have a lack of mobility. So I think it comes down to the personal preference. Honestly, mine is more towards mobility, so I really do like these type of boots. And these boots are, pretty good. They are comfortable. They are light. They do have a very good bottom sole. All right, now that brings us to the last criteria number 8, and it's the price. Now the price varies. It's somewhere between $100 to $170 depending on the color, depending on the size that you pick. This particular color, which is black pitch gray, that's what it's called. They do have some other weird colors. They have like orange, green, and blue. So they do have some different colors. This particular one in the size 10, it was $125. But again, I did include the link in the description below, so you can check the price for your size and the color that you like, and see how much it is going to come up to. Now, whenever it comes to the price, it is a fair price for these boots, but I have to mention that there are some serious competition in that price range whenever it comes to light, mobility-oriented boots, hiking boots, and trail running, tactical boots. out there, and I do have a lot of them reviewed on this channel, so definitely check it out. If you found this review useful, please subscribe. This is still a growing channel. Every subscriber definitely counts. If you do have any requests for reviews, drop them in the comments below. I look forward towards them. I have my own special list of all the requests, and whatever comes up available, I get that as a priority to make a review on that. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was Firearms of America, and I'll see you guys in the next video.